Hello. Every now and then it's nice to look back and see how far we've come. So this, you will remember, some of you, this was the garden some 10, 11 years ago, the one I inherited. And now I'll take you outside and show you the garden that it is today. So out onto the patio. There we are. The patio is really quite shady, which I did deliberately because it gets very, very warm here. The stone or the concrete holds the heat, and it really does get unbearably warm on warm days. 35, 36 is not unheard of. Little dahlia at this time, and the nicotiana, a little scented geranium, and of course at this time of year, oh look at that. That, believe it or not, is a cosmos of sorts that the bee is enjoying. And dahlias, he's enjoying those too. I spend a fair amount of time at this table because I take most of my meals there if I can. And then we look out over the garden. And let's see, let's go this way round, shall we? Through under the grape in to the arch here, and the pesky bamboo. I did not plant the bamboo. However, I do love the sound it makes, and so I put up with it. And this is a cob tree. And under the rose, and the other thing is a dogwood that grows in there. Up this path, would you believe that I have actually tidied it up this afternoon? The daylilies are out at the moment. So here we go. In amongst here, there is an agapantha in the grass here. Don't know what I'm going to do about that. The berry bushes, the sweet peas I've been having. And these little raspberries here, I believe, are autumn fruiting, which is wonderful because we finished the others. Some roses I need to deadhead there. The berries I do believe are actually fermenting on the bushes now, those that I've left. And if the blackbird eats many of them, he's going to be drunk and have a hangover. I'm sure of that. More daylilies. I need to get in there and do a bit of tidying and weeding. It's wild. It is wild. I always said it would be a wild garden. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. What about that little clematis? It's sweet, isn't it? And here we are, a big load of mint and rhubarb by the pond. And the cherry tree that had fruit, which the birds ate. And a little Christmas tree that was about 45 centimetres tall when I took over it and half dead. There is one of the cosmos flowering this year. There, have I got it in? I hope so. And in there the shed that I have been painting the last couple of days. Still loads to do. I should have done it this afternoon, but I did have to clear the path and one or two other things. Then we're in here by the mound, and you can see how really untidy it is. However, it's a great place for butterflies and little things that like to live in wild places. Down this, now this is quite narrow, but actually this kind of hedge was planted deliberately because in winter the winds get up here and it would just simply blow the greenhouse away. So the greenhouse is full of tomatoes and cucumbers. I don't remember what variety this is, but they're going to be big. And then we have the little ones too. They're coming. And little cucumbers. They look as if they should be prolific. And I've had a few, but not all the flowers seem to come. This is the apple tree, which is laden as usual. And under this little archway, covered in roses. They're fading a wee bit, but there's plenty to come. And then under the plum tree. Now this plum tree has got fruit on, and the fruit is ripening. Can you see it? I'm not sure, maybe you can. There we go. Into the corner, this is where JP is buried. There is a rather pretty shell music thing. The lovely fence that Alec and Dan put up. Pom-pom hydrangea. And we come up, it's quite lovely and shady here on a hot afternoon. I bring the chair out here and we sit out here, and there's of course the house framed by the garden. These little raspberries are finished. And where shall we end? Shall we end with this rather splendid begonia in with the cannas? Isn't that wonderful? So that's it, folks.